Matthew, good job. If you are interested, we can talk after this.
That's right.
One of the perks of my job is honorary degrees. But I have to tell you, it impresses nobody in my house. Now Malia and Sasha just say, okay, Dr. Dad, we'll see you later. Can we have some money? To the Board of Governors, to Chairman Brown, to Lieutenant Governor McDonough, Mayor Cahill, Mayor Waller, members of Congress, Rutgers administrators, faculty, staff, friends, and family. Thank you for the honor of joining you for the 250th anniversary of this remarkable institution. But most of all, congratulations to the class of 2016. I come here for a simple reason: to finally settle this pork roll versus Taylor ham question. I'm just kidding. There's not much that I'm afraid to take on in my final year of office, but I know better than to get in the middle of that debate. The truth is, Rutgers, I came here because you asked. It's true that a lot of schools invite me to their commencement every year, but you are the first to launch a 3-year campaign. Emails, letters, tweets, YouTube videos. I even got 3 notes from the grandmother of your student body president. And I have to say, that really sealed the deal. Because I have a soft spot for grandmas. So I'm here, off exit 9, on the banks of the old Brereton, at the site of one of the original 9 colonial colonies. Winners of the first ever college football game. One of the newest members of the Big Ten. Home of what I understand to be a grease truck for a fat sandwich.
And that is definitely a grease truck.
Mozzarella sticks and chicken fingers and cheesesteaks. I'm sure Michelle would approve. But somehow, you have survived such death-defying acts. You also survived the daily jockeying for buses from Livingston to Bush to Cook to Rutgers.
That's right, he know our struggle.
I suspect that a few of you are trying to survive this afternoon after a late night in Old Queens. But, however you got here, you made it. You made it. And today you join a long line of Scarlet Knights whose energy and intellect have lifted this university to heights its founders could not have imagined. 250 years ago, when America was still just an idea, a charter from the royal governor, Ben Franklin's son, established Queens College. A few years later, a handful of students gathered in a converted tavern for the first class. From that first class in a pub, Rutgers has evolved into one of the finest research institutions in America. So there's a place where you 3D print prosthetic hands for children and devise rooftop wind arrays that can power entire office buildings with clean, renewable energy. Every day, tens of thousands of students come here to this intellectual melting pot, where ideas and cultures flow together among what might just be America's most diverse student body. Here in New Brunswick, you can debate philosophy with a classmate from South Asia in one class, and then strike up a conversation on the double E bus with a first-generation Latina student from New York City, before you're sitting down for your site group project with a veteran who's going to school on the post-9/11 GI Bill.
Right.
America converges here. And in so many ways, the history of Rutgers mirrors the evolution of America. The course by which we became bigger, stronger, and richer, and more dynamic, and a more inclusive nation. But America's progress has never been smooth or steady. Progress doesn't travel in a straight line. It zigs and zags, and fits and starts. Progress in America has been hard and contentious, and sometimes bloody. It remains uneven. And at times, for every 2 steps forward, it feels like we take 1 step back. Now, for some of you, this may sound like your college career. It sounds like mine, anyway. Which makes sense, because measured against the whole of human history, America remains a very young nation, younger even than this university. But progress is bumpy. It always has been. But because of dreamers and innovators and strivers and activists, progress has been this nation's hallmark. I'm fond of quoting Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who said, "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice." It bends towards justice. I believe that. But I also believe that the arc of our nation, the arc of the world, does not bend towards justice or freedom or equality or prosperity on its own. It depends on us, on the choices we make, particularly at certain inflection points in history, particularly when big changes are happening and everything seems up for grabs. In class of 2016, you are graduating at such an inflection point. Since the start of this new millennium, you've already witnessed horrific terrorist attacks and war and a great recession. You've seen economic and technological and cultural shifts that are profoundly altering how we work and how we communicate, how we live, how we form families. The pace of change is not subsiding. It is accelerating. And these changes offer not only great opportunity, but also great peril. Fortunately, your generation has everything it takes to lead this country toward a brighter future. I'm confident that you can make the right choices away from fear and division and paralysis and toward cooperation and innovation and hope. Now, partly I'm confident because on average you're smarter and better educated than my generation. Although we probably had better penmanship. And we're certainly better spellers. We did not have spell check back in my day. You're not only better educated, you've been more exposed to the world, more exposed to other cultures. You're more diverse. You're more environmentally conscious. You have a healthy skepticism for conventional wisdom. So you've got the tools to lead us. And precisely because I have so much confidence in you, I'm not going to spend the remainder of my time telling you exactly how you're going to make the world better. You'll figure it out. You'll look at things with fresh eyes, unencumbered by the biases and blind spots and inertia and general crankiness of your parents and grandparents, old heads like me. But I do have a couple of suggestions that you may find useful as you go out there and conquer the world. Point number one. When you hear someone longing for the good old days, take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. We live in a great nation, and we are rightly proud of our history. We are beneficiaries of the labor and the grit and the courage of generations who came before.